We're live. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hey, Tozak, how's it going? It's going well. It's going super well. How are you? I just ate a huge meal, my meal for the day. So I'm a bit, I'm a bit stuffed, like post-Thanksgiving. My grandma made food for us, and it was incredibly good. We got Creation of Adam over here. We got Legend of Zelda. And we have my concept art for an album that is in the works in my mind. I'm working on some singles before I work on that album. Got my Blu-rays over here. Got some things on top of the desk, and we got basketball thing, pull-up bar, and Jesus Christ. I set up a little corner space in this big office. Usually I'm over there where I film my videos and shoot other things. Sometimes I have my live streams there. I'm in this corner. I have my little music kind of base. I set up a little corner for I got my guitars, I got my mic, and I got other guitar, MIDI, vinyl player. There's like my music corner right here. So it's quite nice. I'm gonna keep this corner kind of exclusive for streaming and making music. Also the windows right here, so it's nice. Big key light on my face. It's also nice to look out into the woods. So good to be back. Was sad to miss last week, but I was at a songwriting workshop with Matt Redman and got a lot out of it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Whoa. What was that, virtual or in person? That's so cool. I hope that you had fun there. Yo, Kurt, how you doing? Hey, yo, James. What's up, bro? Been a minute. How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. How you doing, Kurt? Hope you're well, brother. I am well. I'm doing well right now. I'm doing good. I filmed a YouTube video. My YouTube content's a bit flaky the past couple weeks, mostly due with just my brother being in the hospital, visiting him, prioritizing family and whatnot. He's getting better. He's doing very good. This past week has been incredible for him. So all the prayers are working. He's a trooper. He's a warrior. Love the art on your right. Yeah, I know, right? It's so cool, right? I was just saying at the beginning of the stream. Got Creation of Adam, my favorite painting. Legend of Zelda, my own concept art for my album. Statue of David, there you go. Bible verse, that's a Bible verse right there. For I know the plans I have for you. And then some Blu-rays as well as guitar right there. And my yoga mat. Okay. Touch of God one, but also Zelda, yeah. Glad to hear your brother's doing better. Yes, he is doing better. With the tarot cards on the desk, by the way, saw in the past vid. I believe it depends where you're looking. There used to be tarot cards there, but yeah, no, I don't know if they're not there anymore. They might be in a corner. I don't know. I'm trying to there's a bunch of things I like to have on my desk, but also it's like the balance between, having a lot of things and also keeping it decluttered so I have space to work. They might be shoved in the corner somewhere, but there used to be in the other video. You probably noticed. It's great news for your brother. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's doing better. He's doing a lot better. Very maximalist vibe with it. Yeah, I try to find that balance of just nothing. It's like right here. This is nice. I have my nice music desk right here, but I also have little figurines, my cello player and my bass player and my little piano right in front of me. My little piano in front of my MIDI. One day I'll have a grand piano in my studio. Alrighty. How have you guys been? How are you guys doing? I filmed my YouTube video today. I filmed a new YouTube video today. It'll be out next week sometime. As with all my videos, I'm excited for this one. It's very nice. It'll help you guys with your mindset on your artist journey, specifically in regards to what you're doing, the actions you're taking, and the projects you're working on, and making sure that you keep a kind of focused and reliable framework for all of your actions so that you can keep yourself on the right path and make sure that your big picture actions are aligned with what you should be doing. Your house is bursting with life. It's great. Oh, that's beautiful. I know it is. There's a lot of this office is a really beautiful space. This office is really, really nice. It's I decorated it quite nicely. I love all the sticky notes. The sticky notes feel a bit schizophrenic, but I still I still love it. It's all my thoughts, things that I feel called to write on the sticky notes that go there so I can be reminded. Um, I'm trying to think. Past week or so has been good. I haven't done a lot of work because I've been in the hospital. The past week, I actually been in the hospital like most of my day, just spending time with my brother. And yeah, doing a lot of freelance and doing a lot of editing for a baby shower I did within my family, and that came out beautiful. As for my cousin, and that's been fun. I always love editing. I don't know, I love editing videos, my freelancing videos. I edited a wedding video that I did a few weeks back, and I just loved the whole process. It was a bit long and tedious to go through all the footage at first, get the clips, and once you start piecing the clips together, man, I don't know, I love that. I just love seeing it come to life, adding the music and picking the moments. It's just a lot of fun. So, yeah, I was doing a lot of editing the past week. Not too much with music, although I want to get back to it starting this week now that I because I wanted to kind of set up my corner here. Now I have an awesome corner right here in my home music studio, and I'll be documenting the process for YouTube, which will be really, really nice because I want to document more of my that's something that you guys have been asking for. I want to see more of your process, your artistic process. So I'm listening and I'm documenting my music process. Could also document my filmmaking, but right now it's not as cinematic. It's mostly just going out into the woods and conceptualizing ideas for my script. Yesterday I spent a couple hours out writing my getting down ideas in my journal for my feature script. And then I saw a friend from college and I stayed with him for a couple hours. He taught me how to longboard. I never longboarded before, skateboarded, but I did it for the first time last night. It was a lot of fun. Scary at first, but a lot of fun. It was and yeah, I started skateboarding by myself. He was like guiding me, catching me if I fell, and then I just started going on my own. I'm probably gonna see him soon because I want to longboard again. Do you guys longboard? It was a lot of fun. Anyway, so yeah, music is gonna start up again next week. I think I want to make some Christmas songs because I realized yesterday, last night, I was like, wait, it's Christmas season. You know, it's Christmas season after Halloween. It's Christmas season. Thanksgiving is awesome too, but you know, Christmas. So started listening to Christmas music, and I was like, I think I want to make some Christmas songs. So then last night I started writing Christmas music on the guitar, and then so far I have two songs. And then I heard another one as I was falling asleep, so I recorded a voice memo. And I think I might want to release some Christmas music just because I've always wanted to write Christmas songs, but never really got to it. But yeah, so music documented next week, getting ideas for the script. That's how my creativity's been going, my art. Um, and yeah, again, the YouTube video is filmed today, so that'll be out next week. I relate fine line between creative genius and madness. Yeah, exactly. Fine line. But also you just gotta let your spirit do what it wants, you know? Feels right. Feels right, then it's right. Get to build a portfolio in specific work too, so you can raise your prices. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah. I saw this morning actually a clip from Alex Hormozy. He said, when you raise your prices, you'll make more money, but you'll get more no's. So it's an interesting point. But yeah, freelancing is a big thing. I want to be able to support myself with part revenue from freelancing because that's so connected with filmmaking. It's connected to what I want to do, video making, you know, video shooting and making connections and whatnot. So, and it's very fulfilling work. I love making these memories for people that they can have forever. It's very nice. It's very fulfilling. Just make Christmas songs. Yes. I know it's exciting. It's a lot of fun to think about. And I was having fun writing last night. And I was thinking about writing Christmas music. I was thinking, okay, what makes a song a Christmas song? And I know there was a video I watched like years ago. Vox did a video on like what makes a Christmas song, and I think if I remember correctly, I think they were talking about the D chord. So then I started playing on the D chord, and then I started finding chords with it, and yeah, the D chord and surrounding chords, very Christmas vibe. I guess it's common in Christmas music. But I'll probably go, and I have a whole list of Christmas songs that I love, so I'm probably gonna go through them, listen, and see what they do chord wise and um I guess sound design wise, and see what makes it Christmas elements, and then combine that, obviously maintaining my own unique creative vision, whatnot. Please make Christmas music. I will. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be fun to shoot Christmas music videos. That'd be cool. I always like to think, one of the ideas that I have about the world is this idea, like the sacred every day, how every day is sacred and every day is there's no finish line, there's no end point to get to start enjoying life to the max. And so today is the sacred every day. Today is sacred, and today's the Super Bowl. Today is the end day. Today is, whatever. And so today's Christmas. Christmas is every day. I like to think about it that way. Wow, there's a that is a huge buck. Oh my gosh, you guys wouldn't be able to see it. It's far away, but that is big. It looks like a moose, very far away, and it looks huge. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Yeah, see, I already love sitting in this position in the room because I get this whole view of the woods. Maybe I'll get a second camera so you guys can get the woods cam. Um, Yo, Ash, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. I'm doing well. I'm doing very good. How are you? How are you? How have you guys been? How have you guys been with the work, with the projects? You guys keeping up? You guys working every day, working, seeing what you can do every day? You guys keeping your actions aligned with your dreams? It's the whole point of content. That's the whole point that I make content and we talk about these ideas. It's nothing without action. So, are you guys, following through or committed to actions day to day, building the kingdom day to day? Good to hear, Ash. Very, very good to hear. Put some hearts in the chat. Thank you guys for joining the stream. I have a question of reflection that we can answer in the chat. This is from last week. As you guys know, we do questions of reflection in between the streams. And last week's, we had two questions, so we're going to answer both in the chat. I'll put my answers as well. First question is, are you finding your problems, issues from weeks ago fading away or getting worse? I'm going to put worse in quotation marks because it depends how you define worse. So what do you mean when a problem's getting worse? I think that oftentimes when you confront a problem, sometimes it seems like it gets bigger, which doesn't necessarily mean that it gets worse. When you focus on an area in your life that you want to tackle and get better at, you'll face more challenge because challenge makes you grow. If you want to grow in an area, you're going to face more challenge. So it might seem like the problem's getting bigger, but actually, it's like in a video game. You know, the ninth dungeon boss is probably going to be a lot harder than the first dungeon boss. And so it seems like the problems are getting bigger, but you are getting stronger. So just because the problem's bigger doesn't mean it's necessarily worse. If I face situations, they fade away. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. So, yeah, mindset is everything, I think, when it comes to this. Um, we've been focusing specifically on our problems as artists, whatever our unique creative blocks are, right? Because we're all snowflakes. Um, we're all fingerprints. We're all different. We're all uniquely designed, and so our journeys look different, and our problems that we face are uniquely tailored for us, for our specific growth as an artist. And so, we're not going to have all the same specific issues, but it's our job. What we do share in common is the power to overcome them, and the power to learn about our problems, and the power of intuition and having the answers within on how to defeat these problems. So, with our problems that we've been focusing on in these workshops the past few weeks, how do you guys feel like you've been doing? How do you feel like these problems have been shifting the past few weeks? Have you noticed anything with them? I can speak for myself. Something that we talked about was mindless consumption, content, phone addiction. For me, that problem has become so much better as I've been more conscious on controlling the impulse to grab my phone. And usually I'd tried time limits before, but that wouldn't really work because I would just swipe away the time limit when it came up. But then for me, as it had more to do with something deeper at the deeper root. And then I just stopped going entirely because I just kind of made an internal decision. Okay, I have to take control of my mind, and and I need to own what I consume. If you can't control what you can consume, then what can you really control? So for me, I've noticed drastic changes in that. In other areas, I feel like my problem, I've had a problem of in music, and this I have been struggling with this, focusing on one song, specifically in my music writing, specifically on like trying to stick with discipline on focusing on one song so I can get it done. I have noticed myself, I've struggled with that the past few weeks. You guys have seen when we've checked in. I can speak for myself. I have struggled with sticking to one song. That's why my one song, my movie song, used to be car song. Now it's called movie. Um, I've been struggling lately with that one, and I still am even this week. I don't know. I'm struggling with writing the lyrics for that song. I'm facing a sort of writer's block. But something that I talked about last week is that I realized when I'm facing deep resistance, it often has to do something with the project itself, something that I have to change with the project. Before, with my other single, In the Morning, it took me a while to mix the vocals, but it's actually because deep down inside I didn't like the vocals. And so I realized I had to re record them because I truly didn't feel like I gave it my all the first session. And so it took me weeks to realize that. And I showed a friend, he was like, I feel like your vocals are, there's something weak about them. And I was like, I agree. That's what it is. And it clicked for me. And now I'm learning myself as an artist. I'm learning something in my creative process these past few weeks. And in this way, the problem is taking shape. One of the ways it's taking shape is that I'm learning something about myself. I'm learning that when I face deep resistance, there's something maybe off with the project. And I think part of my resistance with writing the lyrics has to do something with the melody. I don't know if it has as much life or energy as I thought it did. So I want to go back and into the writing process and see what's up there. And that's going to be my goal for this week with that song. But then, well, we'll go into the goals soon, but we're just answering this question of reflection. My main boss problem is getting much smaller because of the completion of one of my goals from a week or two ago. Nice. Good to hear, Lena. I'm happy about that. Very, very happy. Very nice. Very, very good. Much love for that. Hey, Hermit, how you doing? So grateful for the advice you gave me. Quite sick and trying not too damn much. But I drew things for the idea you told me to pursue again, and my soul felt so rejuvenated. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, you're on the Discord. Okay. I don't know if the name is the same. Oh, that's really, really good. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, we were talking a lot. If you guys want to join the Discord, support me on Patreon. The links are in all my bio or all the descriptions of my videos. That was awesome. That's awesome to hear. Thank you so much for checking in about that. Keep going, bro. Keep writing. Write what you like. I know that's the rejuvenation I need in my creative process a lot of the times. By the way, I never told you, but you and your voice remind me so much of my favorite uncle. He was gentle and supportive of my creative pursuits as a little kid. Oh my gosh, that makes my heart warm up. Wow, I I'm a mirror. I'm a mirror for your soul. You're, however that's supposed to resonate with you is how it's meant to come off. I'm happy that you're making connections. I think it's that yes, much love, bro. Much love. Where's the heart on here? I think that when you notice similarities between people in your life, it's often something's trying to tell you something. I think you're meant to take away a message from that, and I think it's God giving you encouragement in your creative pursuits, just like your uncle did, and maybe just like I'm doing with you. So I'm happy to hear that, and you're so right. Yep, that makes me very warm in my heart to hear, and keep going, keep creating. I mean, that's why you're here. You're here to create. So keep doing it. You're on the right path. Um, and everyone needs this. Everyone needs this kind of rejuvenation of energy in their life, this hobby to create. I'm working on a new YouTube video somewhere in the future, probably in the next few weeks. I just thought of it this morning. It's gonna be called "How to Make Your Dream Your Hobby." And when you think about the idea of a hobby, I feel like a hobby has been lost. I don't know why. I don't know if I can. I'm just speaking for myself. The past decade or past few years, maybe it's just part of growing up. I feel like the idea of a hobby has been lost in our generation, like having a hobby, coming home and doing your hobby. Now, like the time that you would do your hobby, everyone's scrolling, everyone's on social media, everyone's wasting time. But, we also have dreams. And I think that in order to make our dream our hobby, we need to find the fun in our dream, and we need to also implement some level of discipline because there's a reason why everyone's addicted to our devices, and why the devices take up so much free time. And you could replace device with anything, addiction, substance abuse, whatever it is. Um, but truly fulfillment comes from that hobby that's spiritually fulfilling, a hobby that's aligned with your dreams, a hobby that's aligned with what you want to do in life. So many of us deserve that because it's so rewarding. And I, am very fortunate to have found, great hobbies that I love, making music, making films, making content even feels like a hobby sometimes. It is a lot of work and it does bring some level of stress that is a challenge in my life that I have to, that makes me stronger ultimately. But the hobby part of it has definitely been something that's grown on me the past few months, past year or so. Um, yeah, we all deserve hobbies. We all need hobbies. We all do. I just dropped in to say I love y'all. I'm feeding my children at the moment. I'm gonna try to catch at the end when we're done. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Imogen. I hope that your children enjoy the meal, that they're receiving healthy sustenance, and that you guys are all doing well. Blessings to you and your family. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the love. Sending love back to you guys. Much love from the stream. Thank you, Imogen. Oh, you're not in the Discord. You might have confused me with someone else. Okay, there was someone else who was that's so funny. There was someone else in the Discord who was talking about because you were talking about drawing, right? But I drew things for the idea you told me to pursue again. Oh, that's funny. Someone in the Discord was talking about drawing as well, and we were helping them kind of formulate a plan on to draw things for yourself, to draw things that you like. Um, that's funny. Maybe you guys had the similar journeys. Um, Sounds like it would be my new favorite video ever. Excited for it. That's awesome. I'm happy that you say that. That's cool. That's nice encouragement. Yeah, I'm happy to put that together. I know it's going to help a lot of people out. Okay, great. So the second question of reflection is, what did you learn about your progress this past week? So you guys can kind of I'll just answer for progress. Yeah, from last week. You guys can answer from any week because sometimes it's hard to kind of um, notice what if you guys hear my brother, he's upstairs. I think he's probably on a call or something. Um, it it's kind of hard to keep track these past few weeks of like when certain things happen, but I think that's why it's good to journal and write things down so you can kind of track progress and whatnot. But what did you learn about your progress from this past week? So I noticed, so my progress, I'm trying to remember from week 4, so last week's stream, in between week 4 and week 3, that kind of progress, and I'll include the progress also from this past week. Progress that I have made specifically with my music. Um, I kind of already answered it in the last question, but I've noticed myself with in the morning, my song, one of the songs that I'm working on right now that I'm mixing vocals for. I've really fallen in love with it. Um, I've had a rocky relationship with it, especially during the when I had to re-record vocals. It was a bit tough to kind of find that juice and energy again. And it can be a challenge of discouragement when you have to go redo something, but you have to, it's the right kind of thing to do. Sometimes you redo something because of fear, but it's actually not the best decision. Sometimes you just need space from something. That's why I like to give myself space when I'm making music. Um, so I can come back to it refreshed with refreshed ears and eyes. But my song in the morning, I've really come to love it, something that really did it for me. And what I learned is that it's something that I always repeat, but I'm learning it more and more as I create more. Is less is more. I'll put it in the chat. Less is more. Less is more. When you have less of something, you actually have more of something. Think of it like this: if you have a whole bowl of apples and you give it to someone, and they're like, "Oh, thank you. I have a bunch of apples to eat from." Now I can eat the apples whenever I want. So cool, just chilling with the apples. But then if you give someone one apple, they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for this apple. I'm gonna eat it now." Because you just have the one apple. It's like all your focus goes on that one apple, as opposed to if you have a bunch of things. Now, obviously, take this as it resonates. It's not gonna be the same for every situation. But the idea is that the less of something, the more value each individual part is. Um, and so with my music, I took away some things, some musical things from the tracks. Like I took away the drums because I felt like it was just muddying too much. Took away the drums and then it made the other sounds become more heightened and more vivid. And there was more tension on the ears going to the other sounds. And I realized, wow, yeah, the drums were kind of taken away from these other sounds in the mix. And now the song doesn't really have too many drums. I'm gonna add some drums towards the back end, maybe for like the second chorus or whatnot. But right now, it just adds for me. Literally, it sounds crazy, but just taking out the drums from the song, it it creates a new meaning. For it almost feels like the song means something else. It feels like the song's going for something else. It's crazy, just taking away one track. So I'm kind of learning that as I'm making my music, and I think you can apply that for so many other things. Um, I know that that was something that was big that I was kind of learning as I made films in film school. Less is more. Less is more. You don't need more of the scene. Actually, like when you make a scene shorter, when you cut out the fluff, it makes each your attention for the scene becomes more heightened because you only get so much. You only get so much information. And I think you could apply that principle in different ways for your creative process, wherever that resonates. Like I said, you have to follow the feeling. You have to follow what resonates. You're meant to follow the specific rule that resonates at the specific time, wherever you are in the timeline of your project, because different things will make sense at different times. There's no rule that's going to be constant forever. At least I have never experienced that. I always experience that the best thing to do in the moment is the thing that feels right, not the thing that logistically makes sense or logistically should be applied because of this technical rule you must follow when you get to this step in the process. I think you just have to feel out, what's calling to you at the moment. And this idea of less is more, really, when it really resonates and it really hits. Um, and yeah, I kind of just experienced that recently with my music. Gotta go now, but I plan to journal these insightful questions. Nice. Good, good, good. Definitely journal. Come back to them. That's what we love to do. I learned that my ADHD meds weren't helping. I had to stop writing at the point of fatigue. I can't properly revise what I've written when I'm exhausted. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Meds, I don't think should ever be the end all, be all. I've always been a very much like I've always challenged the idea of meds. Um, and of course, I believe people should be free to do what they want to do, um, with their own circumstances. That's freedom of choice. But I do think that is a general, um, something that we not take for granted, but something that our society generally deems as like the kind of standard, or the thing that we have to do. And you should never feel that way. Yeah, never feel like you're beholden to the meds. You have to do what's best ultimately. And there's something always deeper. And I think the deep healing and the deep work is always the best long-term solution for any problems, mental or physical, that we're facing. And I'm happy that you're kind of noticing, and trying out maybe different things. Um, and yeah, that's ADHD is a tricky one, right? Because it's spectrum. I know my mom has pretty severe ADHD, and um, wondered somewhat if I have ADHD to some degrees. And I don't know, but I do know that I have power to control my mind, and even if it's hard to do that versus other people, I still have that power. No one can take that from me. Nothing can take that from me, and it's just a matter of working with that power. And yeah, it's I think it's a common thing for creatives and artists too. ADHD is a very it's a when I say common, I mean common obstacle in the artist's journey, because if you do have it, and ADHD, that has everything to do with sensitivity, with attention, with awareness, with focus, and the creativity, the creative process incorporates all of those elements. You need to be present. Um, you need to be emotionally sensitive to the way that you're creating. Emotion is the potent driver of creativity, and so working with your sensitivity, working with your emotions, that is the key to thriving in the moment of creating. Um, so yeah, you have to learn about your individual relationship with that, with your own creativity. Um, and something that I know helps me, is definitely environment. Like right now, I'm in front of a site of a woods. Um, I kind of have just everything I need in front of me. If I have my phone next to me, that's probably going to distract me if that's in my proximity while I'm creating. So be aware of your environment. Be aware of the things around you. Made a lot of mindset progress this week despite having less work time than I'd like. Yeah, mindset progress is a real thing. I was able to work on my outlook on my work throughout school assignments and general daily life. I love that. Yeah, love that, Alina. Thank you for mentioning that. You guys should always be reflecting on your mindset towards your work, and how you notice your body processing the work, and the processing the work that you're doing day to day, week to week. Finding the fun, finding a way to romanticize the process and have fun with the work, because ultimately this is what it will be. There's always work. The work never stops until the day you die. So don't resist it. Find a way to love it. To find a way to love the process, and work on your mindset towards the work. Just because something is hard. We said this in week one. Just because something is hard, just because something is challenges, it does not make it a bad thing. We have to stop defining things that are just purely easy and blissful as good. Challenges are going to come up in this journey, and that it's not a bad thing. And that is where mindset comes in. That's where mindset comes in. And yeah, something that I've on that note, on that token, reflecting on your mindset towards work, um, I've noticed myself really coming closer to the present moment, the present day. I believe that you should focus on today and you should not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has its own problems, and the best thing you can do for tomorrow is actually focus on today. So, I feel like the past few weeks I've really been bringing my attention and awareness just today, the present moment, just right now. And then in that, I become more free, and I've become free of the worries from the future, and anxiety or fears from the past or whatnot. Um, and just taking today for its circumstances. You don't know what life is going to throw at you today. You don't know, but you wake up, and if you're alive, you have your body, you have your mind, you have any one of your loved ones who you are fortunate enough to be alive on today. Take that in. This is today's circumstances. The more you can embrace today's circumstances, the better of a life you'll live. And I've noticed that I've been really bringing my attention and awareness to just today and just right now. It's been really, really nice, allowing God to handle everything else and just focusing on today. um, yeah, I've been working on that mindset. Thank you for bringing that up, Alina. I think that is an important idea, to reflect on your mindset and how you notice your mind, again, processing, relating to all of the work that you do day to day. You achieve more when you focus on less, because you end up doing the things you focused on. Basically, you can't do everything in one day. That's why less is more. Yes, I love that, James. Thank you for connecting that principle to actions. Yeah, for sure. Multitasking is a myth. You have to focus on one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Do not rush, just focus on one thing at a time, one step at a time. Because the less you go, because with the less you go further, with the more you get distracted and fragmented. It's essentialism. Yep, exactly. ADHD attention dialed into higher dimensions. There you go. That's what they don't tell you. It's actually a superpower. It is a superpower if you know how to use it. It is a superpower, because also like ADHD, um, a lot of people with ADHD, if they find the one thing that they can just focus on for hours, then they'll do that. They'll spend the whole day making music. They'll spend 8, 10 hours just making music straight. I think that's awesome if you can use it to your advantage. Ultimately, that is, I think, problems that we have in our life are indicators of the things we have to work on. Ultimately, they're, you know, indicators of our superpowers. Someone who's going to be super wise in life has to face a lot of problems to solve. So if you're facing a lot of friction and resistance in one area of your life, just look at it with a mindset of, okay, what is life trying to teach me? What is it trying to show me? What is it trying to show me that I'm that it is in my destiny to overcome, in my destiny to become excellent at? That's what that's what big problems really are. I've been dabbling in screenwriting again for the past few weeks now. It's been great. Despite catching panic attacks almost every day and stressing out, I do get the chance to de-stress and write. Yeah, in college, I knew a lot of people who would have panic attacks, and um, I don't think I've ever experienced a panic attack, um, but I know that must be a very scary thing to experience in the moment, um, and yeah, it's again, it's things that come up that we have to deal with, and view with a strong mindset, and take the best actions towards, and however your relationship looks like and develops with those events, it has to be something that you place consciousness on, and conscious attention on, because that's how you'll be able to tackle it from a place of stillness, and a place where you are centered. That's why I think solitude is so important. I'm happy that you're screenwriting again. I'm happy that The past few weeks has been good. I've also been I'm gonna start screenwriting tonight my scenes for my feature script. Videos are amazing. Keep up the good work, man. You're amazing. Thank you so much. One of my favorite creative ever. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. That's awesome to hear. I'm happy that the videos help and resonate. Thank you for your support. All of the support matters, guys. Really, all the support matters. Short question: what would you do in a situation where your parents don't realize in the slightest how much they negatively influence your day with their comments? According to them, they're doing good. You can never force anyone to change. The sooner you accept that, the easier it'll be to let go. You'll never be able to force anyone to change. I can promise you that. Um, Even your own kid, you can't. You can have all the personal trainers you want in the world, but none of those trainers are going to lift the weight for you. At the end of the day, you have to do that. So that's why you can't force anyone to change. What you can do is set your own boundaries and set your own you know boundaries within a relationship and make them clear. um and I don't think it's unfortunate. I was going to say unfortunately, um but it's just a truth that we can't force anyone to respect us. um I think something that helps, I think you need to go to bed every night with forgiveness in your heart. um you need to fall asleep forgiven those in your life, um for what they do. Because it's like Jesus said when he was crucified, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." People do the best that they can with the life that they live and the beliefs that they are programmed with, including us. We're all programmed with beliefs. Everyone's trying the best they can. I can promise you, they're all doing the best they can. Even if they know better, the strength to act on that knowledge and the strength to act on that truth, maybe it's something that they've never worked on or never cared to work on, and maybe they don't have the care because they've never shown the love that they deserve. So try try to see it as a challenge and as an opportunity to grow in your love for yourself and other people and understand others more. Um, and ultimately, I can never tell you the clear decision to make on your unique circumstance. The only thing that I can do is encourage you to come closer to yourself and your own soul, because the best answers are within you and you know how to deal with this situation. And I think that you have to use your own judgment from the heart on how you relate. I don't know how old you are, but how you relate to your parents or your situation. That's why people move out. That's why people cut other people off from their life. Now, I'm not saying you should do that, but what I will say is that, um, you show others how you want to be treated, and you show others what you will take and what you deserve, and how you want to be loved. Um, and I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to have parents who both support my artistic goals. And I even obviously face my own struggles in other areas in my life. But I think that those who are in other situations than me, who have parents, um, who bring in obstacles in their life that have to do with you know, um, with their dreams or goals or whatever they want to do in life. Though I can't, what's the word, empathize or sympathize? Though I can't, relate in terms of being in the same shoes, what I do feel in my heart, is that you can't force someone to change, and the best thing that you can do, is make your boundaries clear and make the decision that is best for you and your heart. And I think if you do that, if you move with love, then things become more clear. You will get clarity and you'll feel more at peace. um, and don't let the exterior and don't let the other people convince you that you can't do what you see in your heart. Don't let it discourage you. It will be a challenge, but don't let it discourage you. Hey mom, how you doing? 100. Fire, fire, fire. Exactly. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna get into the discussion pretty soon. I'll go through the rest of these comments. I want to mention something: control versus management. Control is influence over a situation, manipulating it. Management is organize a situation, making the best of it by cleaning and organizing it. Yeah, there's interesting overlap there. Most people in this world conflate the two. Hmm. Yeah, there's an interesting balance that you have to take between intention and surrender, especially as an artist. With intention, putting something out there, but also surrendering. I feel like, I have a close relationship with God, so I know He takes care of me, He has His plan for me, and He also puts the dreams in my heart for a reason. I think all of us need to pursue our dreams and goals and go wherever they take us. I have a feeling in my heart that that I'll, you know, I'm going to be a filmmaker and songwriter for a long time, but ultimately I do not know that. But I'm acting as if that's going to happen because that's what I feel true in my heart. And I have to let go of the rest. You have to let go of the details, let go of the outcomes. You can't do anything for outcomes. You have to do it for the sake of the fact that it feels right. Try to voice to your parents as clear as possible. Write it down, letting, leave it for a bit. Look back at the letter and edit it once you've had space. That's nice. Yeah. Say we also learn a lot of what not to do in life from our parents. I had the same problem as an adult now with kids, to forgive them in my own way for their shortcomings. Yes. Yeah, I'm so very happy that you say that, Imogen, as a parent. Um, that is that is the nature of evolving, I think, as a species, is growing, is learning, is doing what's best for ourselves. And yeah, we learn a lot from our parents. I think specifically in these past few generations and the one up and coming next, there's a lot that we're because it wasn't too long ago that humanity was engaged in some pretty crazy explicit things and behaviors. Um, and still there's a lot that we have to work on, um, even in our modern days. But there's a lot to learn from our parents in the way that they lived lives. And again, and there's also a lot to learn on a good level, on a good way. Um, I think the whole idea of like work ethic and um, yeah, working hard. Um, I think there's good and bad, and there's things that we take what resonates and leave the rest. For example, just my own personal beliefs. I think something positive that we can generally take away from previous generations is their ability to work hard. And I think that is something that's maybe being lost, specifically with my generation. And I think that has to do with conveniency, and things are becoming more advanced and evolved. And I think that results in more laziness and more of a, well, we don't have to, everything's handed. It almost feels like things are handed to us. Um, and obviously it's a brutal world out there. We have to work, and it's a brutal kind of economy that it's getting more brutal by the day, it feels like. Um, but I do think that the drive to work and provide, it feels like it's almost being lost in our culture. Again, because of conveniency, and things are getting more advanced and evolved. And I think that that's something that, previous generations didn't really experience that to the degree that we had. And so their drive for work and their drive to provide was stronger. I think that's something that we can get positively. And then something maybe on the negative that I kind of see is mindless work. Is working towards a goal that that doesn't even really align with who you are. Taking the job that's safe, taking the career that's safe, that makes the most amount of money just because it makes more money, but it's not really aligned with what you truly want to do. I think that's something that has been a weakness in previous generations that we can kind of learn from. We can learn to do things that are actually spiritually fulfilling, just not just because they make a lot of money. Um, and so I just bring that up because I think that there's a lot of things we can learn from previous generations, good and bad, and that's what we ultimately have to do. We have to look at history and see what works, and try it out, and then and change. Change always has to happen. And yeah, our parents are indicators of what we need to learn and do better for our own children, for sure. For me, I had to become my own best friend, biggest supporter, become confident in myself, and I work towards not needing their validation anymore. I relate MasterCard. Yeah, that's super great. That's super important. And also helps you as an artist and your confidence to create and be vulnerable to put that out into the world. I love that because that's coming from a place of unresolved pain. It's nothing you're doing wrong. So please try not to internalize their own internal. They're most likely projecting. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah, they're doing their best. They have their own, everyone has their own issues that we have to deal with, including ourselves. So don't internalize it. And it's a challenge. It's hard not to. It's hard not to when someone treats you a certain way. And give it to them. If they don't have the eyes to see or ears to hear, do the best you can to not take personal deal with for now until you can move out and begin your independent life. Yeah, yeah. What's easier said than done. can impact you massively, especially coming from your own parents who are supported to be your number one supporter. Yeah. Wow, that was profound. I love the conversations, guys. Conversations are really, really good. It's interesting to reframe your mind to manage, organize things you can't control, influence. If you can't control something or someone, that's fine. Then you can try your best to manage it. Yeah. The only thing you can control and manage are the things that you can control and manage. And we try to control, manage things that we simply can't. Um, but I think controlling and managing, it's hard to, obviously it can be hard to see the difference between the two, but I think that the intention, my brother's making weird voices upstairs. The intention to control and manage, I think, is really what's key. It's like, why are you trying to control something? For me, I try to control my my actions throughout the day. I try to control things through discipline. I try to control my time. I try to control the things that I work on, the things that I focus. Not for specific outcomes, but because of in the moment, because of me trying to be the best version of myself that I can be, my true authentic self, not necessarily for some outcome down the line. Again, I have my North Stars and targets for where I want to go, but I don't want to attach myself to that outcome. And I think that, control and management, if it's rooted in some kind of outcome, then you're just going to lead yourself to stress. Even if the thing happens, you're still going to be tied to that thing. Um, yeah, that's my kind of thought on it. Maybe after then, with time, they will understand. Maybe even after years. Yeah, sometimes that happens, right? It's their own deep work to do and understand. You can't force them to do it, though. Fortunately, most people dissociate. Yeah. Again, you can't save anyone. You can't change anyone. And I kind of learned that over my life through the hard way. Kind of having hopes that someone would change, but it just doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. And it's not meant to be that way. It really isn't. You can't. If you did that for them, then what would be the point of change? Again, the point of building a good body is it's your health. You're doing it for yourself. You're putting in your own hard work. It's rewarding and you get to do it yourself. But if someone just does it for you in a split second, then it's cheating life. It's cheating God. It's playing God. Thanks everyone. Thank you everyone. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing. 'Cause that's also hard to do. I appreciate you for sharing. Appreciate everyone who shares their stories here. Limit the damage to you, and if you will understand, they have it done all to you. If they will understand, you have done all you can to explain clearly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the best thing you can do is just make yourself clear. You set up your own boundaries. You can't force the outcome of that. Really, got you, Mastercard. Thank you, everyone, for all of your insights. Thank you for everyone's text in the chat. They're all needed and they all matter. So appreciate all of you guys in this group chat, in this chat, in this live stream. Past few weeks have been good for me, Tozak. Thank you. Since the 14th of September, I've been looked out for all by God's time, by universe time, and trying to write a nice script. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. Hold on to that mindset because that mindset will be challenged as I resonate with that mindset, and it's always challenged in my life. But that is a good thing because that means the mindset is becoming stronger. So much blessings to you. And yeah, allow that script to come together in its divine time. Be open to what God wants to give for you in that script. Because I think if you, I try to give, I do my best to, with my mind, let go of all my art and give it to God. And when it's in God's hands, He sends me the ideas, and then it comes together naturally. I've been knowing more about myself lately. I really feel like I'm actually excited about life. Feels like such a huge achievement. It is a huge achievement because you have to live for today. You have to live for your life. I feel better being human, honestly, and I hope others can too. That's so beautiful. I love that. That's those are words of love right now, right there. You should write that down. You should write that down somewhere physically in your journal or something. And yeah, it's you get to see the beauty in your life. Keep an open heart. 'Cause that's the whole point of this whole experience. It's the whole reason why we're here, to create and to experience and to love, and you have to be excited for your life. Your excitement can't be derived from a specific circumstance you find yourself in. The excitement has to be derived from your mindset and how you view life, and the love that you carry and the love that you're willing to give and feel and experience. Um, and again, problems and challenges are just indicators of where we can grow in that love. It's so good to thank you for sharing that. It's so good to read and so good to hear from your part. You have a cool mom. Yeah. Yep. My mom always typing in the chat. Thank you, Mom, again for coming to the stream. Thank you for all of the support. Thank you for always being in the stream. Control and management are in tandem. There has to be a balance. Yeah, and there does. I believe artists are very deep feelers. That sensitivity is definitely a superpower, but also be the biggest hurdle to navigating the world, which is not easy to live in. Yes, exactly. That's very true. It's very, very true. Hmm. Yeah, sensitivity, you become more sensitive to things you feel on a deeper level. You can feel more things in the world, and that's something to work with. And I think that your sensitivity also, if you become more sensitive to things in the world, you can get more ideas for your art. You can feel more. You can feel more emotions, and you can use that for your work. That's why I think art is therapy. Art is personal evolution, and art is spiritual evolution. Art can teach you so many things about yourself and your own soul that you weren't aware of before. It's the power of art. I think that happens because when you make art, you're communicating with your soul, and when your soul realizes that it's in communication with you, it uses that as an opportunity to communicate with you, to tell you things through your art. And yeah, it's a superpower. It definitely is. Definitely a double-edged sword. If we have trauma, then we gotta do our shadow work. My art has been my therapy for me after being disassociated for 20 years, complex trauma, anxiety, depression, etc. Yeah. Yeah. I think if you can create your art with true feeling and then reflect on it and see what it's trying to tell you, you can use that as shadow work, really, as the deep work. Mom should be very proud of herself for raising a beautiful soul like you. She always says that she's very I'm very proud to have her as my mom. She's very proud to have me, and it's a very blessed relationship, and I don't take it for granted. I come from a very high achieving family. They imposed their expectations on me and wanted me to pursue work in science, which I don't like. It does get better as you grow, and they see you as an adult. Yeah. Again, yeah, I think it comes from a lot of it comes from love, and they want what's best for you. And yeah, it sounds silly in the world that we live in today, it sounds silly. I'm gonna be an artist. It sounds silly because of the expectations that are set up in our society and how we define work and successful careers. And the only true artists are the ones who we see on TV. So it's a hard thing to sell to anyone who's programmed with today's beliefs. It sounds silly, but we know deep down, we know the truth is that at least for me, the way I see it, we're all artists. I think that even if you don't do art, you're still an artist. We were all born to create. We were all born to make art in our own different ways. Some people build houses and they get true passion and love from that, and they're an artist of architecture. And we're all meant to create in some way, some degree or another. And yeah, it's community is a big thing. Community can help because community can be that source of encouragement. Um, that shows you're not the only one. You're not alone. You're not alone. Heart of the mother reflected in the heart of the son. Hmm. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. That sounds heart of a mother, heart of a son. It sounds like a song or a movie or something. It's nice. Kurt. Thank you, Kurt. I'm far from perfect. I make mistakes daily, and as a human, as a parent, I try my best to be real for my kids' love. Very wise. Very wise. And that's what it is. All of us, we're all on this journey together. Appreciate all of the love. What are some impactful books that you've read and would personally recommend for growing the connection to your soul? Ooh, nice, nice question. The Celestine Prophecy is it's a fiction book, but if you're, I would say read that if you're interested. This person goes to they go to Peru to find these documents that the government doesn't want to release because it reveals powers that people have, spiritual powers. That's a great book. I really love that one. That one will be interesting to you if you're fascinated with things about ideas about global awakening and the spirit, the soul that you have within and the rest of humanity. That was a fun book to read. Connection to your soul, Journey of Souls is a great one. Similar kind of recommendation, maybe. Um, just looking at my books that I have basically there, that bookshelf. Um, for your own soul, the Bible, that'll be my number one. I mean, that's my favorite book. Um, and you have to read the Bible intuitively. You have to kind of just get in a nice mindset. Don't try and read it logically. It's art, it's poetry. Um, I would say your journal. Your journal, write, and then read it back to yourself. I think you can learn a lot from your own writings, a lot about your own soul. That is how you truly develop a relationship, I believe. That's a truly great way to develop a relationship with your soul. To true your soul, higher self, spirit, or even spirit guides communicate with you, to reveal things to me about my past relationship with my parents that I wasn't aware of, things I was unconscious of, that I hadn't healed was brought to my awareness through my art, communicating with me. Journey of Souls too. Yeah, Journey of Souls is a great book. Yeah, that's profound, Kurt. Yeah. Again, not a lot of people see that. Not a lot of people have that. But if you are aware of that, you have a responsibility to develop that. That's what I try to do as well. It's super important. That's why, again, I think journaling, you can journal those things that that you are shown, and use it in the ways that you're meant to use it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you guys for all those comments. Thank you for the discussions. I would like to open up the question. I have a discussion question for today's workshop, and I would like us all to kind of like reflect on it, because it's in this workshop, I kind of want to talk about this idea. I'm just going to type it here. Is my project, the creative project that you guys are working on, the creative project that you're using to go through these workshop weeks, the past 4 or 5 weeks, is my project in alignment with my journey? How? Um, so I want to open up this discussion, ask this question, because I want to think about our goals, and where we want to head towards, where we want to be. Again, don't attach yourself to outcomes. Don't attach yourself to outcomes. Don't attach yourself to specific circumstances in the future. But you do want to think about, okay, well, your actions will produce results, and your behaviors and consistent actions will produce results in your life, and will co-create basically with God your circumstances in your life. Now, if you notice, okay, we all have habits, we all have consistent actions that we take daily. Reflect on the past few years, notice what you've been doing and see where it's brought you. Now, think about your creative project and the habits and actions associated with this creative project. Is it in alignment with your journey? Do you think that it's the best thing you could be doing right now? And how is it? I hope so. But how is it? How's it going to push you? Where's it going to lead you? Maybe, for example, with me, with music, right? With me, I want to be a singer songwriter. Although I've thought about it recently, kind of want to be a producer, maybe more. I don't know, but that's for another. That's my own thing that I've been thinking about the past couple weeks. The point is musician, right? I want to go there. I want to be there. That's a career that I want to lead. And so right now, my projects, the songs that I'm working on, I believe that is very much in alignment with my journey, because I think the best thing in order to achieve an artistic goal or artistic career, or whatever you want to call it, is to actually do the thing, do the obvious, is to do the craft, is to make your own work, have projects under your own name. So that's why I'm working on my own music, my own songs, trying to get them done. That's why I believe it's very much in line with my journey. So think about you and your own unique journey, your own unique kind of timeline, and where you want to be, and what actions you want to undertake. Is this a good use of your time? Is this a productive use of your time? And how is it? I want you guys to kind of reflect on that. And again, I would really, if you guys aren't already, I would really recommend you guys answer these questions in a physical journal with a pen or pencil. These questions and these discussion things. Write down things that come to your mind intuitively. Just write them down so you can see them, and think about this idea, and think about how this project is in alignment with what you want to do, your creative goals and your journey. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be an author, right? If you see yourself like, yes, I'm going to be an author, I'm going to be writing all these books. Maybe your creative journey, your creative project is literally just writing a book. Is writing a book right now, and that would be that's great. I mean, from an outsider, sounds like it's in alignment with the journey of someone who wants to be an author. So think about that. How is this in alignment with your journey? How is this a good use of your time? How is this something that maybe feels right and feels like it's the thing that you should be doing now? And um, I want you guys to ask that question, and share in the chat if you'd like, please. But definitely write it down in your journal. And the reason I ask this question is a to check in to make sure that we're doing things that are in alignment with the path that we want to be on. And B, that we're spending our time wisely. We're spending our time, and attention is the most valuable thing we have because it gives us the opportunity to love and to experience and to do all these things. So spending your time wisely, invest in wisely, invest in your most valuable currency as a person on this planet in something that is worth your time. Um, and then C, I forgot C. Um, oh yeah, and C, encouragement. Kind of just like, okay, encouragement of yes, no, this is sometimes all you have to do is remember. Alex Hormozy says something really nice. We have to be reminded more than we have to be taught. We have to be reminded more than we have to be taught. We don't need more information. We just need to be reminded more. And so this can be a nice source of encouragement for you artists in your creative projects, in your creative project, the specific one that we're doing with these workshops is encouragement. Remember, okay, yes, like this is a good use of my time. This is what I need to be doing. So I'm going to focus on it day to day and spend your time doing that. Spend your time wisely and just putting me on the right path with the things that I want to do, where I want to be, the things that I want to achieve. Okay, this is good. This is a good project that I'm doing right now, and it's keeping me on that track. Awesome, good. That's the encouragement. That's the reassurance. So I want to consider this discussion workshop as a check-in. Let's make sure that we're in alignment, and let's remember why we're doing this, and let's remember, um, what this journey kind of entails. And hopefully that this creative project is included with those entailments. Had a dream like a month ago with you in it, and you got put on another channel that had a massive audience, and you basically did your own little video on the channel. That's so funny. A prophetic dream before that came true, and the next day, maybe this was a more medium term one. Wow. Maybe I'll go on a podcast or something. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing the dream. I'm gonna write that one down. It's interesting, yeah. What does it mean when you pop up in other people's dreams? It's funny. So I want you guys to write that down in your journals. And for our question for this week, as we always ask in every workshop, and I want to kind of branch off of this as well. So what is my goal for this week? What do you want to achieve by next week, by next live stream, Saturday, November 9th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time? What is your goal? What is your 1 week goal for your project? I'll answer for me. I want to fix my melody of car song or movie song, because it's, again, there's some stagnation there that I feel, and I want to make sure I clear it up so that I can write lyrics, because I've been facing deep resistance the past couple of weeks with writing lyrics for that song. So I want to go in there and do a bit more writing, fix up the melody of that song, because there's something that's not clicking, there's something that's not working. So I'm gonna go in there, fix the melody, and then what I'm going to do for in the morning. Oh yeah, I don't know if I updated you guys. In the morning is essentially all finished. It's I just need to do the final mastering, but it's all mixed and all the vocals are done with. I want to film the music video for that song. So I'm going to film music video for in the morning. And next week there's a couple nice days with nice weather, so I'll go out and I will film that music video in terms of writing as I work on the other song. So that's what I'm going to do. I also want to film the music video because the year is going to get colder out. So I'm going to go outside, film it, and then that'll be good. I'll get in my filming of my music video in time before the weather gets rough. Although I do want to film some music videos in the snow. It snows where I live, so that'll be nice. My journey right now is about learning to share my music. I'll perform my project at my recital in February, so it's definitely in line with my journey. Ah, nice. Yes, that's right. Alina, you like performing, and that's beautiful. I wish you the best of luck with that. And I'm happy to hear that that is in alignment and that feels right. And I'm wishing you the best of luck with that recital, because I remember doing a couple of recitals in high school. I remember getting the nerves sometimes, but when you're in the moment, you kind of just like, oh, it's like a big letting go. It's like starting is the hardest part, just committed. And then, yeah, I don't know how you relate to all those things. I remember for me, it was kind of little scary, but I had a lot of fun. I remember I performed Claire de Lune when I was in like, when I was a freshman or no, sophomore. I forget what grade I was in. It was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun. That is very good to hear. Thank you for sharing. Very, very nice. Write down your 1 week goal, guys, so you can keep that at the forefront. That'll be your goal for the week with yourself, with your creative project, and we'll check in with that goal in next workshop. And my final question I want to ask you guys, and I'll try something a little bit different, a little bit specific for this week. I want you guys to write down what your specific plan and schedule is for this 1 week goal. Do you want to time block a day next week? For me, my schedule will be on Monday, I will write for movie song. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to film because those are the nice days. Those are the nice days next week with weather. So write it out, schedule it, plan it out, and try that out if you guys haven't been scheduling and planning, because that could be a difficulty or problem that comes up. Oh, well, I just didn't get to it because it wasn't, I didn't have a specific plan for it. Well, now we can make a specific plan and schedule so we can write it down when we're actually going to do it, for how long. Maybe sit down for an hour or two, work on my script, work on my story, or write down and practice my song for an hour on Tuesday or Wednesday at this time, just so we can have it specifically on paper and specifically in our schedule, so that it'll help with reassurance that it's going to get done. We have an idea of when we're going to do it. Okay, guys, keeping on track with the creative projects. And would anyone like to propose a question of reflection for next week? A question of reflection that we can answer at the beginning of the stream next Saturday. Would anyone like to propose one? And thank you guys again for joining the stream. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for being here. And YouTube video is going to be out next week on my part and my content, and I'm excited for you guys to watch that. This has been a beautiful stream. There's been a lot of great discussions here. A lot of great discussions. Very happy that everyone has been very, very active today. My current project is a giant one, but it's my brand launch project. Includes a brand intro, animation, and many others, having 22 ring designs battle each other in a tournament style. Nice. Yes, that project is definitely very, very ambitious, and it makes me very happy that you're doing it, because it sounds like it's something that's been waiting to happen, almost boiling. Basically getting people's feelings on which one are the best, and I'll launch the winners of the Kickstarter. Nice, dude. Nice, Kurt. I love it. That's awesome. Let me know if I can help out at all. DM me on Instagram. Anyone want to propose a question of reflection? I can think of one, if no one else would like to. Question of reflection. Am I enjoying the work? Whoa, no way. Did we just ask the same question? Kurt, I think we just... That's crazy. This is meant to be, bro. You know that's not a coincidence. That's crazy. Same frequency. So funny. I'm writing it down. Am I enjoying the work? Are you having fun? The mind waves. We just connected. And that's meant to be. That's a moment like that, that's meant to be the question of reflection. So funny. So, am I enjoying the work? Are you having fun? If not, then why? Think about that. Notice yourself and your relationship with fun the next week as you do the work. We'll answer that at the beginning of the next stream. All right, guys. Great stream. Great stuff. Great talks. I wish you guys the best of luck this week with your creative project. Moments like that are my fave. Yeah, no, moments like that it just reminds you that, like, it's just, it. You know how I interpret those moments? It's validity. Validity that the things you're thinking matter. The things that you're feeling intuitively are the right things. Just it's just a little source of like encouragement. Like, yeah, you already knew it. It's funny. Okay. All right, guys, go work on those projects. Go live your life. Do something nice for yourself. Do something fun. Make good decisions. Please make good decisions for yourself. Do what's best. Lead with love. Go live life with an open heart, or else it'll pass you by. Have a great week, peeps and Tommy. Thank you, Kurt. Having a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll see you very soon. Video will be out soon. Music will be out soon. I'm excited. Cool, guys. All right. God bless. Love you, bro. Love you too, Kurt. Stay safe and well. Get number 5. Get it done, baby. Get it done. God bless. Dream on. Peace out. Later, guys.